Hey everyone, it is 11:11 in the morning on the 23rd of February 2023. I was woken up with a phone call at 7:30, so that was awesome. We talked for like an hour. Boss obviously decides as soon as I turn my camera on to start looking. Anyway, breakfast, pills, all things good. I'm in a really good mood, so that's awesome. Got to admit, still bummed about losing my vape, but I know it's because I don't want to be a smoker, and the vapes, because they have flavour and they taste better than ordinary cigarettes and the whole works, much easier to sort of like justify it in your head, even though upon researching them, the e-cigarette vapes have got 6 times the amount of nicotine than a cigarette does. So not only are they not better for you, they're way worse. And I'd been enjoying mine too much that I very nearly may have bought another one. But since I'm a big believer in the fact that the universe does talk to us, my higher self is constantly talking to me. I very much am a woman of morals and ethics and values that I have that are very important to me, that I'm not quite in line with within myself, yeah? The cigarettes obviously being one of them. But because I've lost it, instead of just having it run out, I'm taking that as a do not buy anymore. Yeah? So that's where I'm at. I have cigarettes, but every time I light one, I don't like it. Even last night, I poured a vodka last night once I got home, because I'd gone through the same thing, like tipping my freaking bags inside out, car upside down, trying to find it, and it was just like, this is just literally a repeat of a lesson I've done before. Like, I don't know why that happens, or more to the point, I don't know why it bugs me so much. So if you've been following along, you'll remember that I say quite often, sometimes some of us, me especially, need to learn lessons over and over and over and over again, much as it sucks, to actually get it to stick. Anyway, Faith is on her way. She said she'd be here in half an hour, 25 minutes ago, so I thought I'd make this quickly. I didn't end up getting the car battery done yesterday, and I tell you what, I honestly thought my car was going to die on the way, just to almost spite me for not getting it done on the day I said I would. But thankfully I'm at home, as you can tell. Let me think. The other night it felt like something got in my eye and I couldn't find it or figure it out, and I used eye drops. I did all of it, but I think I've obviously scratched it or something's happened, because this eye just hurts so bad. Anyway, yeah, we're going to go out for lunch. I have quite a bit of stuff I have to do, but it will all get done. Tomorrow I'm going to go get the battery, because then I'm just going to have to go and wait and sit in a waiting room until however long to sort out the stuff for my new shift. And then Saturday's packed. So, yeah. And number one goal is just reminding myself to be nice to myself, just to be kinder to myself. Try to remember to talk to myself the way I encourage others to talk to themselves. So much easier said than done, eh what? And my little inside part that goes, oh, you've mentioned cigarettes, is now going, I want a cigarette. And it's like, I really don't, but I can almost guarantee one will be lit today at some point, just to reinforcing. And I watched half of yesterday's video back. I don't think I've seen the end just yet, but at one point I'm like, I can hear myself. Obviously, I'm very aware of what I'm saying. Doesn't mean that I honestly think that I will not light a cigarette today. Yeah. I was thinking about that too, like people with their crutches, their addictions, whatever it might be, short of being like court mandated for whatever reason, trying to get someone to quit something until they're ready to is, in my opinion, very literally pointless. Like, the person needs to want to do it themselves, and if they don't, all the interventions and encouragements and whatever it is that might be isn't actually going to change anything until they're ready to. And I know that because I've been through an awful lot of fucking bullshit in my 37 years. Anyway, I just uploaded a post earlier about the fact that this fucking white pimple is driving me crazy. Now, I don't wear makeup, mostly because I just don't really know how to put most of it on. I don't even know what most of it does. I know the very bare basics, but even then, if I was to put makeup on for a very special occasion, it would be bare minimum foundation and eyeshadow, and that's it. Maybe like I've got one lipstick that lives in my handbag, just in case. And that's where I cap out, yeah? Even mascara, I own so much of it. I don't wear it. It just doesn't mean anything to me. Anyway, I have washed my linen from the other day. It's currently sitting in my washing machine, and it's meant to be like 32 degrees today, so my air conditioning's been on since I got up. I actually just turned it down before coming to sit on my bed to make this, because it was almost too cold, but I'll turn it up before we leave. And yeah, I guess I wanted to make this because it was a follow-up to the post I wrote, because I used the strip nose and face strip things for blackheads and pimples and whatnot, and it said to leave it on for 15 minutes, and by the time I fucked around doing everything I do, it was an hour that they worked. I'm bloody happy they actually worked. Like, I took photos. I haven't actually checked the photos because it was hard to see through the light, but I took some like pretty close-up photos to like for nothing else, for me to see just how much crap came out. So I'm very happy to say they worked, but as you'll be able to tell, that fucker is still there. But life goes on, right? Anyway, hot days are not my favourite, but I dare say the air conditioning will be pumped up wherever we go. That's always how it is. I've gotten this to the point where I'm just leaving it like this, yeah? So if you saw the post I wrote last night, where I'd set all my cameras up to do an actual video on like a makeshift stage, yeah? So the only time I've really done a video walking around, besides when I'm actually making a video walking around, yeah, that makes enough sense, was when I did the drinking wine, smoking weed, working my way through my clothes video. So yesterday I kind of planned to do one like that, in the sense of this stuff all started, as I say, many multiple things that tied into each other way back at the start of this transformation. But one of them was seeing myself on a stage telling stories. How I get to that stage, I've absolutely no idea. But I don't know how any of anything would happen way back when. So I'm just like, I'm very happy with where I'm at, provided I can, like, we all got our flaws. Mine, I'm very light. I'm very highly connected. But how light I am is also how dark I am. So, hence the working on myself thing. Because hopefully, one day I'll be able to help others. And in the meantime, hopefully, if you watch my stuff and even take one little thing away from it, to me that counts. I'm definitely helping myself watching these. That's for sure. But anyway, yeah, so I saw myself last night. So I was in a pissed off mood, having lost the vape. I'm going to just say that. I was pissed off. And I was pissed off at myself because I'd seen it. I put it where I put it, which was so fucking dumb. Should have put it in my bag, blah, 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 right? I truly believe literally every single thing happens for a reason. You would think that would make my life easier when shit like that happens. I obviously don't need the vape, yeah? I don't need it. It was a $20. No, I take that back. It was fucking $15. A $15 e-vape. This is my very expensive, like $500 weed vape. Wasn't like I'd lost that. No reason whatsoever in the world for me to be pissed off at myself. I most certainly was. Until I vaped. So I took all my different stuff to her house to fill the capsules while we were talking. Because it's a long, tedious, boring job, a bit like filling my fucking pillbox. And I prefer to do it when someone's around. Like, I think the last time I did my pillbox, Andrew was here. It made it so much easier. So I didn't have to think. I could at least talk to him and just do it. Anyway. I'm tired. Probably though, again, like I've said, I actually did ask to be woken up at 7:30, and then last night, because I was a bit wide, I was like tossed and turned about whether or not I should change it, but I went to sleep around 9. 11. Normally I go to sleep around 9, haven't lately. The night before that was like 2 o'clock in the morning. And yeah, I swear to God, people, it's like as soon as I start talking about putting a routine into place, it's like all my fucking disabilities at once go, we're not going to let that be easy. We're going to make this hard as fuck. It's like instant. I want routine. Everything goes out the goddamn window. My homegrown weed, which I actually had properly for the first time last night, once I got home, is really good, thankfully. I'm pretty happy to say. But I can't tell if this is empty or not. Empty enough. So the only difference I've noticed with this particular vape, and this vape, like I said, is the one the doctors recommend, and it costs a fortune, is honestly the best way to inhale marijuana. Yeah? Definitely the best way for my lungs, anyway. All over my nice clean floor. But there does appear to be, from what even I can tell, a difference between smoking homegrown and prescribed in the vape, in the sense of, I think that prescribed stuff, it just seems to last for a lot longer. Like a capsule prescribed stuff goes longer than a capsule with the same amount of homegrown stuff. But I don't know enough about all of the stuff to have any idea why. But all good. He's still licking his foot constantly. He looks like a pregnant dog, honestly, people. That's how fucking big these lumps are under his tummy, and obviously some got shaved, and it's just like, but he's my baby. Anyway, I don't really have any news per se, because I have talked about explaining Monday, and I will, but not now, and it's like I have these things that are really important to talk about, but if I don't do it when I need or want to, it just sort of goes by the way pan sort of thing. But I have to tell the fucking story before I can even talk about her name. Like, I just keep calling her my friend or my new friend. She's got a character's name. I guess that's all part of the story. And that's, I guess, all anyone needs to know, because I've just talked for 15.5 minutes and not really talked about anything in particular at all. So I'm going to go back to finishing what I made last night and go from there. Talk later.